I still remember the exact moment my world tilted. It was supposed to be a normal family dinner at my girlfriend Lily's parents' house. I had been dating her for almost 2 years, and even though her family was always a little judgmental, I tried my best to be polite, calm, and respectful. I worked hard, paid my bills, supported Lily in everything. But to them, I was always not enough. That night, the dining table was full: her parents, her older sister, her brother-in-law, her cousins. I walked in with a smile, carrying a small cake I had bought. I thought it would be a sweet gesture. I didn't know I was walking straight into a trap. We all sat down. At first, everything was normal small talk, fake smiles, the usual. But then Lily's mom asked, "So, Jason, how's work going? Are you still at the same place?" The tone stung a little. It was the same tone she used whenever she wanted to remind me that I wasn't some rich, flashy guy like the men she admired. I swallowed and nodded. "Yes, ma'am. I just got a promotion." But before I could finish, Lily laughed loud. "Promotion?" she said. "Mum, don't get excited. It's not a real promotion. He's still just doing basic stuff." My chest tightened. I glanced at her, confused, because she had been happy for me earlier that week. She had hugged me, kissed me, told me she was proud. But now, she acted like it meant nothing. Her sister joined in. "Lily, stop. Maybe he's trying," and that maybe felt like a knife. Maybe like my entire life was a question mark. I tried to stay quiet, but Lily wasn't done. She took a sip of wine, leaned back, and said with a smile that wasn't a smile at all, "Honestly, I'm hoping he finds something better. I mean, I can't date a loser forever." It took me 3 seconds to understand the words. 3 seconds for my heartbeat to stop. 3 seconds for the room to go silent. The table froze. Her cousins stared at their plates. Her mum raised her eyebrows in satisfaction. And me. I felt myself shrink into a version of me I didn't even recognize. "A loser," I whispered, not even knowing if I was talking to her or talking to myself. Lily shrugged like it was nothing. "I mean, come on. You're too nice sometimes. You don't take risks. You don't make enough. You don't stand out. I just wish you were more." She said it like she was giving a motivational speech. Like she was helping me. Like humiliating your partner in front of an entire family was normal. My hands shook under the table. My throat went dry. I forced myself to breathe slowly because I could feel the heat behind my eyes. Her dad tried to break the tension. Now, Lily, that's a little harsh." But Lily laughed again. "I'm just being honest. Besides, Jason knows, right? You're struggling." Every part of me wanted to stand up and leave the house, but I didn't. I stayed frozen because love makes you stupid, and humiliation makes you powerless. I tried to defend myself. "I'm not struggling. I'm working hard. I'm building something. You know that." But she waved me off like a child. "You always say that, but when will something actually change?" The worst part wasn't her words. The worst part was that she didn't say them in anger. She said them casually like they were facts she had accepted long ago. Her entire family watched the scene unfold like a reality show. Her mum even smirked, as if this was something she had been waiting to hear. I sat there, in the middle of that fancy dining room, feeling smaller than I had ever felt in my life. And then, just when I thought I couldn't sink any lower, Lily said, "It's the final blow. Honestly, I don't even know if I can see a future with someone so unambitious." That word echoed in my head. Unambitious. Unambitious. It didn't matter that I had been supporting her while she bounced between jobs. It didn't matter that I paid for groceries most months, or that I drove her everywhere, or that I cleaned, cooked, and stayed up late helping her prepare for job interviews. I was unambitious. I felt something inside me crack. A quiet break. A silent snap. Her dad cleared his throat awkwardly. "Let's all calm down." But I couldn't stay there anymore. I stood up slowly, my legs trembling. "I need some air," I said, barely recognizing my own voice. Lily rolled her eyes. "Don't be dramatic. Jason, it's just a conversation. Just a conversation. Just a humiliation. Just a moment that would replay in my mind for months." I walked out of the dining room and stepped onto the back porch, breathing hard, trying to pull myself back together. My vision blurred. I leaned on the railing, swallowing the shame, the hurt, the betrayal. I had never felt so unimportant in my life. I stared at the night sky, trying to calm my heart, when my phone buzzed. A message. It was from someone I didn't expect. My lawyer friend, Marcus. "Hey man, call me when you're free. Urgent." I stared at the message. Urgent. I hesitated for a moment, then stepped further away from the house and called him. He picked up immediately. "Jason bro, where are you?" "At Lily's place," I said softly. "Why?" "I need to talk to you right now, alone." I frowned. "What's going on?" There was a pause, a long one, and then Marcus said the words that made my stomach drop. "Jason, you need to see something. Something very important. And it's about Lily." The cold night breeze suddenly felt colder. "What about her?" I whispered. He hesitated again. "I didn't want to say it like this, but I can't let you be blindsided, Jason. Your girlfriend has been planning something behind your back, and I think you deserve to know the truth." My heart stopped, completely stopped. "What are you talking about?" I breathed. "I'm sending it to you now," he said. "Check your email. I'll explain everything after you see it." I opened my email with shaking hands, and when I saw the first sentence, my knees almost buckled. Whatever I thought humiliation was, whatever pain I thought I had felt at that dinner table, it was nothing compared to what I was about to learn. If you find this story good, please like and subscribe our channel. It's free for you but helps us a lot to keep sharing real stories like this. Everything that happened after that dinner felt like a movie I never expected to be in. The next morning, I woke up early because I knew today wasn't going to be like any other day. My girlfriend, Megan, was still asleep next to me, acting like nothing had happened, like she hadn't called me a loser in front of her whole family. She hadn't apologized. She hadn't even tried. She just went to bed and expected me to wake up normal. But today was the day her family would learn the truth. And honestly, I wasn't even angry anymore. I was just disappointed, because I realized something. I had loved Megan more than she ever respected me. I quietly got dressed, trying not to wake her, but she still opened her eyes slightly. "You're up early," she mumbled. "I've got things to take care of," I said. She yawned. "Whatever. Just be back before dinner. Mum wants all of us to come over again." That sentence alone told me everything I needed to know. She didn't think anything was wrong. She didn't think she crossed a line, and she definitely didn't think there would be consequences. I left the apartment, walked to my car, and took a deep breath. By noon, Megan's entire world was going to shift. My lawyer, who also happens to be my closest friend, Ethan, was already waiting at his office. "You ready?" he asked as he handed me a thick folder. "I was born ready," I said, but my voice shook a little. I didn't think I'd ever need to show this to someone I love. "You're not doing this to hurt her," Ethan said. "You're doing this to protect yourself. This isn't revenge. This is clarity." We went over everything: the contract, the ownership records, the company's last 3 years of profits, the upcoming acquisition deal worth a small fortune, and the letter, the one Megan was about to receive. Ethan took a deep breath. Once she reads this, she finally understand who she called a loser. That wasn't the goal, but yes, she would. By the time we finished preparing everything, it was already afternoon, and my phone buzzed with a text. "Megan: where are you? You better not embarrass me again today." I actually laughed. Embarrass her? The woman who humiliated me publicly? Ethan saw the text over my shoulder. "You still want to go?" "Yeah," I said quietly. "I'm done hiding who I am." When I arrived at her parents' house, I felt calm. Not confident, not arrogant, just calm, like a man who has finally accepted the truth. Megan opened the door with a frustrated face. "Why are you late?" My parents were asking, but then she saw Ethan standing behind me with his briefcase. "Why is your lawyer here?" she asked. "You'll find out," I said gently. We walked into the living room, and the entire family was already seated. Her father, her mother, her brother, her sister, even her grandparents this time. All of them had been present the night before when she had laughed at me, but today, none of them were laughing. Ethan stepped forward first. "Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ethan Cole, and I represent Megan." Cut him off immediately. Represent who? Why is this happening?" I looked her straight in the eyes. "He represents me." Her face twisted. "Why do you need a lawyer? What is this, some kind of joke?" "No," I said. "This is me finally telling the truth." Her father stood up. "Son, if this is about what happened last night, it is," I said calmly, "but not in the way you think." Ethan opened the folder and placed a copy of the documents on the coffee table. "Before we continue," he said, "I need to clarify that my client is the founder and majority owner of Coltech Logistics, the company currently valued at nearly $12 million. Megan blinked. "Wait, what?" Her mother's jaw literally dropped. Her father rubbed his forehead like he misunderstood. "Coltech as in, the same one that's expanding to 3 new states?" "Yes," Ethan said. "That would be the one." Megan shook her head aggressively. No, that's impossible. You work part-time, you barely bring home anything. What are you talking about?" I finally spoke. 3 years ago I started the company. I kept my part-time job because I wanted stability while the business was growing. And I didn't tell you because, well, I didn't think I needed to share everything immediately. I wanted to make sure things were stable before I talked about it. Megan stared like I had sprouted wings. "No," she whispered. "You can't be serious." Her grandmother leaned forward. "Honey, he's very serious." Ethan placed another paper on the table. "This is the official acquisition offer worth 8 figures that Mr. Dawson received last week. He has not responded yet, but it is legally verified." You could have heard a pin drop. Megan sat down slowly, her legs shaking. "Why didn't you tell me?" I looked at her, and for the first time, I felt no attachment, no emotional pull, just truth. "Because I wanted a partner," I said softly. "Someone who cared about me whether I succeeded or failed. Someone who saw my value without needing proof. Instead, you mocked me. You insulted me. You called me a loser in front of your family because you believed I wasn't good enough." Her eyes filled with tears. "I didn't mean it." "Yes, you did," I said. "People don't say things like that unless it's how they truly see you." Her father cleared his throat. "Son, I apologize for my comment last night. I didn't know." "It's okay," I said. "You didn't know, but Megan did, and she said it anyway." Megan grabbed my arm suddenly. "Baby, please. I'm sorry. I was stressed. I didn't mean." I gently pulled my arm away. "You embarrassed me in front of everyone, and you didn't apologize. Not even once." She stood up, panicked. "We can fix this. We can work through this." "We can." "No," I said quietly. "We can't." Her breathing became shaky. "You're leaving me," I sighed. "I'm walking away from someone who doesn't respect me." Her entire family watched in silence. Ethan handed her the final document, the one I wanted her to see. It wasn't legal, it wasn't financial, it was a letter, a breakup letter. Written by me. She opened it with trembling hands. Her eyes moved across the page, and with each line her face crumbled more. She dropped to her knees, crying. Please don't do this. I love you. I loved you too, I said. And for a long time, I ignored the red flags. But last night, I saw who you really are. No, you saw me at my worst. She pleaded. Everyone says things they don't mean, but you meant it, I said softly. And you only regret it because now you know the truth. The room was silent. Her sister looked away. Disappointed, her mother actually looked ashamed. Her father sighed deeply, like he knew this was the natural consequence of how Megan treated people. She crawled toward me crying. Please, please don't go. I'll change. I'll do anything. But I finally stood up straight. I finally knew my worth. I hope you do change, I said, but I won't be around to see it. Ethan placed a comforting hand on my shoulder. I walked to the door. Megan screamed behind me. You can't leave me. You can't. I didn't turn around, because a man who knows his worth doesn't argue with someone who doesn't. I walked out the door, into the sunlight, into a life where I didn't need Megan's approval, a life where I finally chose myself.